Have injury problems. Seaman, Dixon, Keown and Wright are all on the casualty list, so the late call-up of Patrick Vieira to the French international squad was particularly unwelcome. Stephen Hughes deputises for him in midfield. Gilles Grimandi is again the emergency right back, whilst the 20-year-old Austrian Alex Manninger plays in goal, only his fourth game for Arsenal and so far his biggest game for Arsenal. Not in a season and a half as player-manager has Ruud Gullit started a bigger game for Chelsea out in the middle. It's only his third start in any game since the beginning of last year. Gullit deputises for Frenchman Franck Leboeuf, who is also doing national service tonight. So is Roberto Di Matteo with Italy, but they've given Gianfranco Zola the elbow, so he's free to take over from Mark Hughes. Just those two changes from the team beaten at Everton last time out. Dennis Wise is still injured. On by Hughes, and Elka trying to find him with a return pass. Low riding Adams' initial challenge. Newton picking up the pieces. Header on by Flo. Zola feeding off him. He's got options here. Dan Petrescu making the run to the right. Roll back to Flo. And his shot deflected off Adams. It will be a corner to Chelsea. And a good turn into space. And plenty of that on the left-hand side for Overmars and for Winterburn beyond him. Overmars. Petit. And now Parla. There's a shooting chance for Ray Parla. Oh, that was a smart stop by Ed de Hoy. Hughes now feeding the other fullback, Winterburn. It's towards Bergkamp. Free header against the crossbar. An escape for Chelsea. Bergkamp acknowledges the quality of the cross. The marking certainly wasn't up to the quality of Winterburn's cross. He was allowed to rise between Gullit and Clark and really should have hit the target. Unlucky in the sense that he was denied only by the frame of the goal. But it was a good chance that for Dennis Bergkamp. Bergkamp has found Overmars for the second time of asking. Only two in the centre for now. Overmars was looking for Stephen Hughes, who'd stayed on the edge of the box. Grimandi to his right. Dubry's header away. Down by Hughes. This is Bergkamp. This is Hughes! Well, there's another very alert stop by Ed de Hoy from a crisply hit half volley from Stephen Hughes, the England under-21 international, who's been in and out of the side this season, partly perhaps because this is the last year of his contract and he hasn't agreed new terms with Arsenal. Piece of it, but so did Overmars and Arsenal lead. Marc Overmars, 5 goals in his last 5 games for Arsenal. And what an irony. It was a touch off the head of his former Dutch international teammate Ruud Gullit, who just quite grew enough to prevent Overmars beating a Dutch international goalkeeper, de Hoy. Petit was who lifted it forward. Overmars read it very well. His pace got him into a dangerous position, and neither Gullit nor de Hoy could deny their fellow countryman. Really well steered on the half volley as it dropped over his shoulder. A difficult chance taken well by a man who is in good goal-scoring form. Difficult pass, deflected pass dropping over his shoulder. It's given Arsenal their rightful advantage in this first leg. And they're picking up where they left off. Anelka. Ooh, almost came for Winterburn. Strange to think that Arsenal have not played in a Wembley final for nearly 5 years now. Anelka just ran away from him. Dubry got in, but it's Overmars. Bold. Winterburn back to Adams. Grimandi, who's filled in very capably at right back tonight. Bergkamp tried to turn the ball in field for Anelka. Anelka. Overmars has gone on. Bergkamp is forward too. It's pulled back instead for Hughes. That's a terrific second goal for Arsenal. Scored by Stephen Hughes and made by the scorer of the first goal, Marc Overmars. Lovely break, Anelka involved, then the pace of Overmars taking it up a gear, but how did he know that Hughes was there? Really was a delightful pullback, and Hughes in acres of space just picked his spot with his left foot, and Arsenal have doubled their money within 2 minutes of the restart. Great credit to Overmars. The credit for the goal, Stephen Hughes' first since last March, gives Arsenal a 2-0 advantage. Well, Lasseau, in fairness, did knock the ball against Grimoni, then he was rather stupid in pushing him to the ground, and then that little... Well, when you raise your arms in this game, you're in trouble, and Lasseau is lucky. Arsene Wenger. Good work by Parler. A bit more edge about Arsenal round tonight. Bold giving it away though to Xavi. Pull it quickly into Zola. Graham Lasseau. Possibilities here for Chelsea. Oh, they've all missed it. Bold got something on it, I think, and it ran through to Manninger. Being stretched. Bergkamp. Got past Dubry for a second, but Lombard was there. Xavi. Winterburn won't let him off the hook. Lombard is strong enough. Tried to squeeze it through to Zola. And trying to run past Adams, Petit helping out, but at least Chelsea will have a corner kick here. Down at the clock end of Highbury, where their travelling supporters are housed. Gianfranco Zola preparing to take the corner. Oh, a flick from Flo! And somehow Arsenal lost the tallest man on the field, the tallest outfield player anyway. He wasn't Mark, was he? It dropped between Bold and Petit and Flo. Well, he had a man on the line to beat as well as the goalkeeper, but he didn't even hit the target. Anelka. Done well there to ride some very strong challenges. And play Ray Parler in. Curled in towards Bergkamp, just a little bit too much velocity on the cross. Lombard under pressure from Hughes, and he's given it away. And here's Marc Overmars. Bergkamp is free in the centre. Overmars instead to Hughes, and Dubry was able to recover. Arsenal passed up a good chance there. De Hoy. It was a fabulous hit by Dennis Bergkamp. He couldn't have struck it any better. And De Hoy may even have been shifting the wrong way. He was somehow. He got back to his right. That is a really good save. Overmars. The slow motion hardly did justice to it because of the pace of the shot, but what it did show was that De Hoy was actually moving in the opposite direction and had to check. Pullet was caught late there by Grimondi. Ball is turned on though by Zola to Xavi. Oh, important tackle by Petit. Zola was deflected. Hughes is there! And Mark Hughes, who else, has put Chelsea back in business. Well, if you're looking for somebody to have an impact on a football match, you turn to Mark Hughes. Even at 34 years of age, he got in front of the goalkeeper. And Arsenal, who were in front and in control, have had that control well and truly challenged now by Mark Hughes. Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1. From De Hoy. quite as dramatic a touch as he got on Bergkamp's shot a moment or so ago. Just helping that effort from Petit on its way over the crossbar. Ed de Goey has done his reputation no harm tonight. But Ed de Goey's save from Dennis Bergkamp as an important factor in the Chelsea comeback, as the goal at the other end scored by Mark Hughes in pole position, and I don't think he even saw Manninger coming. Courage doesn't come into it, he had eyes only for the ball. It's Dennis Bergkamp. It's another excellent save by Ed de Goey. I think he read Bergkamp's intentions. I think he knew enough about his Dutch international teammate to suggest that he might try and curl it that side. But not only got to it, but he held on well. Here's the night has the last kick of part one. His save from Dennis Bergkamp at 2-0 was certainly one of the crucial moments in part one. It's too close to call. There's plenty to mull over in the next 3 weeks. Mark Hughes' goal from the substitutes bench has certainly given Chelsea some hope. Their entire second half performance will have given them encouragement. Arsenal had a measure of control up until half-time, when Marc Overmars played an outstanding part in establishing themselves as the most likely winners, scoring one and then making a second soon after the restart for Stephen Hughes. But Chelsea really stood up for themselves, and in Mark Hughes they had a man with a habit of making his presence felt in the major cup ties. Halfway in the semi-final, it's Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1.